a meaningless heart in a velvet tomb, lo-fi isolation, and a mechanical ache for every promise I didn't quite break. The clatter of keys and the hiss of the air, searching for someone who isn't there. The mechanical truth of a dying song, where the silence is so much too long. The sound of someone sliding their hair drape, watching the afternoon crumble away. Several stand on. It's dust on the hammers in the silent room, a meaningless heart in a velvet tomb, lo-fi isolation, and a mechanical ache for every promise I didn't quite break. The clatter of keys and the hiss of the air, searching for someone who isn't there. The mechanical truth of a dying song, where the silence hurts are much too long. The felt is worn down to the metal and wire. The smoke is all gone from the funeral fire. The piano is stumbling on a simple line, trying to remember which part was mine. The muffled sirens are a mile away, singing for a world that's starting to fray. The dust on the hammers is a velvet skin, keeping the music from getting back in. On the ticking clock that forgot the time, on the silent beat in a broken rhyme. Settled, settled. It's dust on the hammers in the silent room, a meaningless heart in a velvet tomb, lo-fi isolation, and a mechanical ache. It's dust on the hammers in the silent room, a meaningless heart in a velvet tomb, lo-fi isolation, and a mechanical ache. Too small, the dust is in my arms, the hammers are stuck. Why is it so quiet? Can you hear the clacking? Can you hear the fool? There's no music left, only the machine, only the dust. A sharp, sudden pop of static, followed by a long 15-second silence. So, the dust on the hammer for the sheets are cold because the air has no shape. It doesn't have a body to lean against everything is negative space. The mattress is a desert, a valley of white, stretching out forever in the middle of the night. One piano note, a stone in a lake, watching the ripples that I didn't mean to make. The reverb is a ghost that refuses to leave, filling up the lungs when I forget to breathe. The indent in the pillow is a hollowed out throne for the king of the quiet and the lord of the alone. I'm a negative space, I'm a gap in the light, waiting for the morning to give up the fight. Agonizing. It's the empty bed and the negative space, tracing the lines of a vanished face. Cinematic sorrow and a frozen heart, watching the atoms just drift apart. The mist of the music, the fog of the sound, feet are still moving but never hit ground. The sustain is a bridge that leads to nowhere, living in the hollow of the unmoving air. The silence is a pressure, it's a ringing in the ear, telling me the things that I don't want to hear. The piano returns, but the chords are all blurred, like a half-remembered and a half-spoken word. The room is a cavern, the room is a cell, a private and a perfect and a quiet hell. The negative space is a heavy gray hand, covering the features of the life that I planned. I'm a cold drifting mist in a four-walled sky, learning how to live in a long-held sigh. Void. It's the empty bed and the negative space, tracing the lines of a vanished face. Cinematic sorrow and a frozen heart. It's the empty bed and the negative space, tracing the lines of a vanished face. Cinematic sorrow and a frozen heart.
It's not empty, it's full of missing, it's full of ghosts. The airs of water that chills, ooh, yeah, stinks. It's everywhere, dark,
Rich, the white. I'm filled and fueled. I'm filled. It was summer. The sun was too close to the window. The plastic started to sag. And the song forgot how to stay straight. It was summer. The carousel is melting, the horses are gold. The story of a childhood that's growing too old. The piano is a liquid, it's a puddle on the floor, leaking through the cracks and under the door. The tape is a ribbon of black and of brown, pulling the melody all the way down. I'm a warped lullaby, a distorted drain. Nothing is ever as soft as it seems. The real is a circle that's starting to bend, looking for a middle and looking for an end. Distorted. It's the warped lullaby and the melted reel, forgetting the way that the real thing is feel. Vaporwave heartbeat in a slow chorus sky, watching the memory just shrivel and die. The hiss is the blanket, the pitch is a blade, cutting through the versions of the plans we made. Everything is sagging, everything is slow. There's nowhere left for the record to go, 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 go. Go to sleep, 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 sleep. The colors are bleeding like a VHS stain. The sunshine is purple and the clouds are the rain. The piano is a memory that I can't quite catch, a fire in the player and a light from a match. The wow and the flutter are a dizzying sea, drowning the versions of you and of me. I'm the plastic that's bubbling, I'm the magnetic dust. The shine on the surface has turned into rust. The real is a spiral that's pulling me in, where the end of a song is the place we begin. Deforming. It's the warped lullaby and the melted reel, forgetting the way that the real things feel. The plastic is smoking. The ghosts are in the gears. We are stuck in the slow years. Don't rewind, it will just break. Let it melt. Corrupt, 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 corrupt. Status degrading. Battery 3%. The interval between the notes is getting wider. Don't recalibrate. Just let the half-life reach 0. A government ghost in a sterile room, beating a path for the digital gloom. The piano is a muscle that's forgetting to flex, lost in the code and the binary complex. One low note like a heavy lead shoe, walking the line between the false and the true. The monitor is singing a silver thin line, counting the seconds that used to be mine. I'm a brittle pulse on the flickering screen, the smallest vibration that's ever been seen. Failing. It's the brittle pulse and the half-life, cutting through time like a digital knife. Stay in the dry fort, slow air, no W. Tremors are stuttering, the wires afraid, paying the debt for the life that I played. The digital pop is a bubble of breath, the smallest division of life and of death. The monitor flatlines, then starts up again. A cycle of if and a cycle of then. I'm a half-life, I'm a decaying sound, buried in static 6 feet underground. The piano note is sinking into the sub-bass, erasing the features on my pixelated face. Corrupt. It's the brittle pulse and the half-life, cutting through time like a digital knife. Total failure detected. B post is a loop. A loop is empty. I am reaching the edge. Buffer overflow. Memory erased. Do not restart. Offline. It's the brittle pulse and the half loss and the half loss. Offline. 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 The roof is gone, but the music stayed. It's drinking the storm, note by note. The wood is swelling, the song is getting heavier. The ivory is slick with a silver stain, playing a duet with the falling rain. The soundboard is a drum for the sky to beat, drowning the melody so bitter and sweet. One soft chord in a world of gray, watching the structure just wash away. The felt is soaked, the strings are cold, the story of winter that's growing old. I'm a drowned key, I'm a sinking sound, buried in the water that I finally found. It's rain on the soundboard and the drowned keys fall into the floor on our bended knees. Post-classical sorrow in a wooden frame, forgetting the music and forgetting the name. Pitter-patter rhythm on a spruce wood heart, watching the harmony just fall apart. The storm is the player, the storm is the king, the only vibration that the morning can bring. Hums that mimic the wind. The hammers are heavy, they can't quite rise under the weight of the weeping skies. The varnish is peeling in the cold, wet air, mapping a map that leads to nowhere. The melody is a ghost in a liquid cage, turning the ink on a waterlogged page. I'm the wood that's warping, I'm the rusted wire, the opposite of the funeral fire. The rain is the clock never stops ticking, the lock on the door that nobody's picking. Saturated, it's rain on the soundboard and the drowned keys falling to the floor on our bended knees. Postless it will sorrow in a wooden frame. The water is seared, the streets are they're waiting in the deep. There's no more drowning, the piano is an ocean. Let it overfill, let it go. I started this 12 times. The ink is dry, but the blood is still wet. My hands, they don't remember the chords. They don't remember your name. Dear, I'm writing to say that the winter is here. The piano is cold and the meaning isn't clear. My fingers are stumbling on the ivory road, buckling under the weight of the load. I try to reach for a middle C grace, but I only find the lines on my face. The rhythm is broken, the meter is wrong. I'm losing the where in the how of the song. Interrupted. It's the unfinished letter and the broken hands, a map of the things that nobody plans. Neoclassical sorrow and a noir stained soul, watching the fragments instead of the whole. The sound of the paper, the sound of the end. To a lover, a ghost, or a forgotten friend. One shaky note, then a minute of gray, watching the ink just bleed away. The word is gone. The night is long. I remember the bridge, but I forgot the key. I remember the us, but I forgot the me. The piano is stuttering, a mechanical lie, a wingless bird that's forgotten to fly. The clack of the hammers, the thud of the stool, playing the part of the heartbroken fool. My hands are shaking like leaves in the draft, looking for the center of the wreckage and raft. I can't finish the sentence, I can't finish the line. The paper is empty and the silence is mine. Scream, clap, unfinished. It's the unfinished letter and the broken hands, a map of the things that nobody plans. There are no words, the notes are all dead. I'm writing in circles, I'm writing in red. My hands, they won't listen, the piano is broken. Let the letter stay Unspoken, unspoken, yours. Yours. Started this. Yours. Started this. Yours. I've started this a dozen times. The ink is dry, but the blood is still wet. My hands, they don't remember the chords. They don't remember your name. I've started this. 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 Yours, 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 yours. I've started this. The fault line is in the porcelain. A hairline crack at the bottom of the world, under the weight of the salt. The sound begins to break. Of iron on a pillar of ice, paying the hidden and the heavy price. The piano is a mountain crumbling in the dark, without a signal and without a spark. The boom is a heartbeat that's forgotten the light, echoing through the permanent night. The resonance is a blade that's dull and it's cold, telling a secret that's billions of years old. I'm a fractured resonance, I'm a cracked plate, waiting for the pressure to decide my fate. Submerged. It's the fractured resonance and the cracked plate. Closes the door. Here is a liquid, the light is a myth, searching for the center of the monolith. The piano strikes again, but the note is a ghost, the part of the vibration that hurts the most. The feedback is a mirror that's starting to cloud under the weight of a wiry shroud. I'm the tension in the metal, I'm the snap in the wire, the cold dark sister of the funeral fire. The resonance is a cage that has no bar. deep, 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 deep. The fault line is in the porcelain. Deep, 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 deep. Deep, deep, the fault line. Deep, 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 deep. The fault line is in the porcelain. Deep, 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 deep. The fault line.
It's a friendship resonance.
The fault line. The fault line. The fault line is in the porcelain. Deep, deep, deep. The fault line. Is in the porcelain. The fault line. The fault line. The fault line. Deep. The fault line is in the porcelain. The fault line. 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 The fault line is in the porcelain. A hairline. The fault line. 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 It's not the song itself. It's the shape it leaves in the dust. The notes I didn't play are the ones that stay. Can you hear the ghost of the melody? A skeleton of ivory, a rib cage made of wood, doing all the things that the silence never could. The hammers are dreaming of a heavy strike, but the air is a barrier I don't really like. The ghost notes are walking on a carpet of air, a rhythmic vibration that's barely even there. The melody is a vapor, a silver thin line, tracing a memory that used to be mine. I'm a shadow of a song, I'm a breath on the glass, watching the versions of the history pass. that I never quite wrote. Ethereal dreaming in a lavender haze, spending the rest of my invisible days. A thumping in the wood, a clicking in the dark, waiting for the music to find its spark. But the spark is a shadow and the fire is a ghost, the part of the silence that I love. The strings are vibrating with a secret heat to the mechanical timing of a mechanical beat. The piano is a memory that's lost its skin, letting the light from the outside in. The thud of the hammer, the creak of the string, the only vibration that the morning can bring. I'm a skeletal rhythm, I'm a transparent sound, lost in the forest that the silence is bound. The ghost note is steady, the ghost note is true, the only thing left of the shadow of you. Invisible. It's the shadow of a song and the ghost note, a letter of longing that I never quite wrote. The song is a shadow. The shadow is the song. It's the space between the notes. It's where we belong. Can you feel the thumping? Can you feel the void? Everything real is already destroyed. Only the ghost is left. Faded. 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 It's not the song itself. It's not the song is a shadow. It's not the song is a shadow. Faded. 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 It's not the song itself. It's not the song is a shadow. Faded. 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 It's not the song itself. It's the shape it leaves in the dust. It's not the song itself. It's the shape it leaves in the dust. It's not the song itself. 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 It's not. It's not the song itself. 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 It's not the song. It's not the song itself. It's not the song itself. It's not the song itself. It's not the song. It's not the song itself. It's not the song itself. It's not the song itself. It's not the song. It's faded. It's not the song itself. It's not the song itself. It's the shape it leaves. It's not the song itself. It starts with a lean, a shift in the center. The air, it stops pushing back. Now, there's only the down. The scale is a ladder with the rungs falling out, leaving the logic and leaving the doubt. The piano is dropping a floor at a time, forgetting the rhythm and forgetting the rhyme. With every circle, the notes become lead, pulling the gravity into my head. The wind is a chorus that's starting to roar as I look for the ceiling and look for the floor. I'm a terminal velocity, a permanent descent, spending the energy that's already spent. Falling, it's terminal velocity and a long fall, breaking the limit and breaking the wall. Synthetic gravity in a black hole soul, watching the vacuum swallow the whole. Deeper and deeper the frequency dives, the weight of 1,000 invisible lives. The ground is a room, the sky is a line, the beautiful curve of a permanent why. No more wait, no more light to sate the need. The keys are distorted, the strings are too long, the mechanical ghost of a physical song. The scale is a spiral that's tightening in, where the end of the music is where we begin. The low end is rising to meet the descent, a total collision of what it all meant. I'm a vibrating atom in a crushing machine, the loudest silence that's ever been seen. The loop is a fever, the loop is a depth, the deepest part of the falling yet. Scream, boom, accelerating. It's terminal velocity and the long fall, breaking the limit and breaking the wall. The air is solid, the sound is a mounting. I am the impact, there is no stopping. Feel the weight, feel the bass. Impact. 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 With a lean, the shift in the center, the air, it stops pushing back. Now there is only the down, the scale, the scale, the scale, the scale, the scale, the scale. It starts with a lead. And starts with a lead. Impact. It starts with a lead. Impact. The scale is a ladder. Is a ladder. The scale is a ladder. Is a ladder. The scale is a ladder. And it starts with a lean. The scale is a ladder. It starts with a lean. Shift in the center. It starts with a lean. It starts with a lean. Impact. It starts with a lean. It starts with a lean. It starts with a lean. A shift in the center. Pushing back. It starts with a lean. It starts with a lean. It starts. The sun gave up an hour ago. Now it's just me and this bit of stream. The wax is a river and the shadows are getting hungry. Watch the light while you still can. The shadows are tall and they're starting to dance, giving the darkness a second chance. The left hand is walking to the edge of the room, tracing the borders of the coming gloom. The right hand is flickering a silver thin flame, whispering a secret without any name. The piano is a fireplace with the coals turning gray, watching the versions of the light fade away. I'm a last candle in a waxing dark, protecting the glow of the final spark. It's the last candle in the waxing dark, leaving the ghost of a glowing mark. Funeral jazz heartbeat and a noir-stained soul, watching the blackness swallow the whole, flicker and fade and shimmer and die under the weight of a midnight sky. The hiss is the ocean, the hiss is the end, the only companion and the only friend. Hums like a lounge singer in the distance. Is a bridge that's burning away, turning the evening into the never day. The walking bass is a funeral march under the shadow of the midnight arch. The high notes are stuttering, they're losing their reach, like the final words of a dying speech. I'm the heat on the glass, I'm the smell of the smoke, the punchline of a terrible joke. The dark is a liquid, it's filling the holes, closing the gaps in the four-sided wall. Engulfed. It's the last candle in the waxing garb, leaving the ghost of a glowing orb. It's the last candle in the waxing garb, leaving the ghost of a glowing light. The thread is gone, the fire is just a memory now. Don't reach for the light, the dark is softer, the dark is where we finally fit. The thread is gone, the fire is just a memory now. Don't reach for the light, the dark is softer, the dark is where we finally fit.